Today we're going to answer the question, what cord-free vacuum is the best that's out there in 2022? All the vacuums that I am testing today are the highest rated cordless vacuums that are $300 or less. They all seem very promising, but I'm going to put them to the test. So I spent an entire day making my own little charts comparing the different features. I've read through all of the reviews, and I took one for the team and I even read all the manuals. Let's get started by meeting our contestant. Contestant number one is this guy right here. It is by the Larisar brand. I've never heard of it, but it has great reviews. This is $139. This one has an LCD screen that tells you the exact battery percentage. It hinges in the middle so you can get underneath furniture without having to bend down. It's also nice and lightweight. It's only 7 pounds. Glaring biggest downside is that its runtime says it's 20 to 30 minutes, which is much shorter than what the other ones claim. But there is a removable battery, so you can get a spare battery and switch them out. Contestant number two is the Black & Decker. This one is $199. Just by the looks, this one is my favorite because right off the bat, it has the self-standing function. None of the other ones have this. It is so convenient, not just for storage, but as you're vacuuming. This one is a little heavier at 10 pounds, but nothing crazy. And it claims to have a 50-minute runtime. So almost double the runtime, allegedly, as our first option. The main feature that makes this one distinct, their main selling feature, is the brush head has a special V-shaped pattern, and a mixture of bristles and silicone apparently are supposed to be extremely effective at picking up all the crumbs. And contestant number three is the Shark. Now this one rings in at $349, so a little over $300. This is probably the most I would personally spend on a cordless vacuum, but the reviews are phenomenal, so I had to keep this one in the mix. It definitely has the largest dust bowl. This one claims to have a runtime of 50 minutes, but the real big selling point of the Shark is that it has something called power fins, and it is in the brush head. It is made out of silicone, which apparently leads to the best suction. This one is not self-standing, but it has a pretty cool design where you can remove the top portion and then hook it onto the front, so it does become self-standing. So that is great for charging and storage purposes. This one came with the most attachments, and the one I'm most excited about is there's a dusting attachment, so you can actually dust with your vacuum. So with all of that being said, let's get to the fun part. Let's see which one of these vacuums really sucks. So we're first going to test these out on carpet. Test number one is powdered sugar on carpet. Starting with our most affordable option, the Larisar. Now we're gonna do the Black & Decker. I'm confused. Did that just like not work? Okay, first of all, do you hear this? It's squeaking. This is brand new, and it seemed like the roller stopped moving. Okay, that's not good. That's not good. And now we're going to do the Shark on carpet mode. Now inspecting this closely, the Shark definitely did the best job. There is nothing left behind. Whereas on the Black & Decker, there are little specks left behind. And I did do 2 passes on this because I thought that it wasn't working. And then with our Larisar, there's quite a bit left behind. Test number 2, this is what I care the most about, crumbs, because I have 2 young children, so we have crumbs everywhere. Decent job, but there are definitely some crumbs left behind, and some of them got kicked forward. Okay, also decent job, but we had some crumbs left behind and some that were kicked forward as well. Yeah, this one definitely did the best job. Our last test is going to be on hair, pet hair, human hair. So we got my little wig and we're gonna cut some hair. We really gotta put these to the test. I feel like hair is a challenging one. This looks kind of like pubic hair. I'm also gonna like rub it in there. You know, we gotta get the hair locked in. All right, let's see how we do with our hair. I mean, these all performed fantastic on the hair. Very good. Now we're gonna move to hardwood floors. Now we're moving on to the hardwood floor test, which I care more about because most of my house has hardwood floors. So let's put these to the test. Number 1 and 3 by far perform the best. I mean, the Black & Decker here left a full stripe behind. It left a lot of debris in the cracks. There's a little bit more left in the cracks here. And the Shark by far did the best job. Just a little bit left behind in the cracks. Crumb test, let's go. I will say these two, just like on the carpet, they kicked forward quite a few crumbs, whereas the Shark did not, and I think it's because the lip here is a little bit higher, so it can take in larger crumbs. Okay, and now for the hair test. All 3 of them did an excellent job on the hair. There's no hair, oh wait, there is actually some hair left behind in the Black & Decker side. Oh, yeah, there's a few strands of hair over here on our Larisar side, and there's no hair left behind on the Shark. Up next is our battery life and ease of use test, and what I'm going to do is let them all run with a timer going, and I'm going to use them one by one, round robin style, until they die out. So we're going to start with the Larisar vacuum here, and in terms of ease of use, it's very lightweight, springy, it glides easily. It has a nice swivel head to the top, so it's easy to move around. When I look down at the timer, after only 11 minutes, the battery is already down at 20%. So the battery life here is not great. And then at 18 minutes, 31 seconds, it dies, which isn't far off from the 20 to 30 minutes runtime that it claimed to have. Next up with the Black & Decker, I have to say this one felt clunky. It did not glide easily. It was getting stuck on the carpet. Just not great in terms of maneuverability, ease of use. It felt very heavy, and this one lasted 23 minutes, 52 seconds. And last up is the Shark. Now this one is just as heavy as the Black & Decker, but doesn't feel as heavy using it because it just glides a lot better. It's a lot smoother. The Shark lasted 26 minutes, and when I went back and read the manual, the 50-minute claimed runtime is if you're using it in the handheld mode. So 26 minutes is what you get if you're using it at full power, which for me is enough to vacuum my entire house. Our next test is the dump test. How easily, effectively does the dustbin dispense into the trash? I'm a little bit of a diva. I don't want to touch anything nasty, okay? So let's start with our Larisar. It looks like there's just a little button right here, and woo! Okay, we have some spillage, we have some splatter that way, but most of it did get into the trash. Okay, I mean, it all came out one-handed and I did not have to detach it. So now with our Black & Decker, it says that you have to remove the dustbin, okay? Pops right off, and then it looks like you just press this button and woo! Oh, no, didn't all come out. There's a bunch of hair and powdered sugar all still stuck on there in the middle. Black & Decker, I mean, you gotta step up your game, bro. How do you get this back on? Come on! Okay, and finally for our Shark, it says to remove this top piece, and then it says to press this little lever right here. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, you know, there's still some debris. There's a little hairball left behind on the bottom that I have to touch. Ah! I needed more of a spring. I needed more of a pop. I needed it all to come out. For the dust dispenser test, definitely vacuum number 1 won that battle, followed by Shark, and last place is the Black & Decker. Now it's time for the final verdict. It is several days later. I have been putting these all to the test, using and abusing them, and I have my winner. But before I share that, make sure if you've been enjoying this in any capacity, you press that subscribe button so you can see future videos like this, and let me know what product you would like to see me test out next. Because if you can't tell, I absolutely love doing this. Coming in at a distant number 3 is the Black & Decker. This is so bad that I feel like a majority of the reviews for it must be fake, or I somehow got a lemon. I mean, it sucks, not literally. Like, the suction power is awful. And interestingly enough, just on paper, I thought this was gonna be the one I liked best. That's why we have to really put them to the test. Coming in at number 2 is our most affordable option, the Larisar. This one is good, not great. So what I liked about it, the maneuverability factor is amazing. It glides, it springs, it's lightweight, and it has the little folding arm, which I didn't really use in practice. Now, the 3 major downsides to this one is that, first of all, it squeaks right out of the box, which I do not like. I don't want a squeaky vacuum. Thank you so much. The battery life, I mean, this battery is draining quicker than my iPhone. And if you have an iPhone, you know. And third, the suction power is good, but not great. And our winner by a landslide. Like, I wish that this was a closer battle, but the Shark right here, this is the winner by far. Not only that, this may be the best cordless vacuum that I've ever used. Like, this has blown me away. I've had very expensive Dysons. I've had a very expensive LG. I've tried every cordless vacuum, and this one is my favorite. At the end of the day, the suction power is there. It glides, it's easy to use, and I was concerned that it was a little bit heavy, but it's so springy and it glides so well on the floor. It does not bother me at all. It's not self-standing, but it does have that really cool design where it's self-standing for storage purposes, so I can actually keep it right there in my kitchen. This one is so good that it compares to the very expensive high-end Dyson LG. While a part of me wishes that this was a closer, more suspenseful battle, I am very happy that I have a cordless vacuum that I'm so excited about. I'm actually excited to vacuum, so I do think this is worth the money. Also, I totally forgot to mention, this one has a 5-year warranty. All of the other ones that I tested have 2-year warranties. That is huge, because for me, it's right after that 2-year mark that they tend to crap out on me. So this one has a 5-year warranty that I will be signing up for. So that is going to do it for our vacuum battle 2022. And I'm going to have the link to this exact model and everything else I shared down in the description box below. And just so you know, I bought all of these myself. This is not sponsored. I'm just a vacuum enthusiast. And again, don't forget to leave in the comments what you want to see me test next. I would love to do that. And I will see you soon with a new video. Bye.